All right, if you're joining us, welcome in. This is our first flight of the day. We're having a little bit of some connectivity issues, but we're going to be recording nevertheless. Hopefully I'll get those. I got an audience member on there too, which is awesome.
Southwest 8500, defer, you can remain this frequency down for the taxi Bravo Boeing. Star Trek 58, wind 205, runway 32 left, Alpha 8, clear for takeoff.
Should be right up there in the cockpit.
Boeing 101, experimental Boeing tower.
All right. That was fun. Now we're going to catch them on the takeoff roll. One of the best parts about when you have a north flow here at the field, they have to pass us twice.
Station 80 Pop, Boeing Tower, good afternoon, just awaiting your release.
All right, while they are taxiing to the end of the runway, I'm going to try and get us, make sure we're back online and everything is hunky-dory. I think we should be okay, but we're going to take a quick look-see just in case.
Boeing 101, experimental Boeing Tower, roger.
Hello. Wow, that truck is loud.
Star Check 58, contact Seattle departure, have a safe flight, great day. Over departure, Star Trek 58.
Okay, I think we're good. We're going to find out in a second. But anyway, welcome into the stream. Welcome in to our friends in the Southwest flight that is taxiing to the end of the runway. We're going to get them in a second here. And hopefully everything stays stable. For some reason today, we're having some, for lack of a better term, issues. But we've got those two. We've got the Southwest is taxiing runway 32 right now. And then over here, I've got two 737 Maxes that are waiting. Now you can see in the front that 737 Max is kind of hanging tight. That's because in order for them to continue to taxi along taxiway Bravo, which is what they're currently on, they have to go out to runway 32 at Bravo 7, then come back in at Bravo 5, which is right here, and or right there, and then
exit at Bravo 5, taxi down Bravo for 20 lanes. Boeing 101 experimental, thank you.
Caribbean 7378, follow 73 ahead, enter runway 32 left at Bravo 4, back taxi to Bravo 5.
All right, if you're joining us, my apologies. There's just a whole, I don't know, a mess of issues with the connectivity today. I don't know what's going on, but that's not going to stop me from catching some cool flights, even if it means that I'm the only one seeing them right now and I have to post them later. For whatever reason, the internet is not playing nice today for some reason. Anyway, so what I've got here is an experimental 737 MAX 10. There is a MAX 7 that was on the field earlier that I did record, so I'll be posting that a little bit later. But here's our MAX 10. Going through its certification process. They're doing daily flights. This is the biggest of the 737 MAXs currently.
Flying over information, Victor, now current wind calm, altimeter 2979er.
You know, it's funny because I spend so much time looking into the viewfinder of this camera instead of the plane itself, which is about 50 feet away from me. And it's kind of a drag, actually, when you think about it. Oh, by the way, if you're chatting right now, my apologies. I don't have the chat enabled on my end just yet. I'm getting that enabled. Got another 737 MAX. Oh no, this is MAX. This is Caribbean Airlines. So this is the best part about Boeing Field, is that we get these liveries, these airlines that you would never see here in Seattle, but they're here. So this is 737, MAX 8. All right, nice. Okay, so I'm going to kind of point this down the runway at the moment. And, well, I'll catch these two planes going out first. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my iPad so that I can pull up our other view, which has the maps. And so we can see incoming, outgoing aircraft. And I'm also going to be able to chat with you guys. So if you're in the chat and I'm not responding, it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's because I literally cannot see the chat right now. It appears that my laptop did not want to play nice with the Wi-Fi signal, or something was going on. I don't know. I have a hard time understanding it, but it's okay. We're here. So this is one of the best parts about being at Boeing Field, is just the variety of aircraft on a weekday. We will definitely get your mix of Bizjets, cargo, as well as these experimental flights, and then delivery flights like we just saw with the Southwest.
Paragon Flight 144, Boeing Tower, roger, it's going to be just a second.
We're going to hang tight for these two 737s to depart. Off in the distance here, unfortunately, can't see it very well because of the car in the way, but there is Mountain Air way off in the distance.
Negative, we'll look out for him.
But that's okay. Well, this is one of those impromptu shows. Last night I was like, can I get out to Boeing Field or not? Because I still have to work later today. But I did. I made it here. And not only did I make it here, I made it with some time to spare and with this brand new microphone, so it should help the audio of the aircraft and reduce the amount of echo that you might have heard in prior streams. So, fingers crossed that is the case. And yeah, we'll just keep going here. So, and then once I get the chat up and running, I will absolutely start chatting back. I just need to go grab my iPad. I didn't know when the Southwest flight was going to depart, so we kind of ran out here, set up real quick, and then it's like, okay, well, there he is. And then couldn't get the stream going. But anyway, you don't need to know all that stuff. So I'm looking south right now, south-ish, southeast. We do have an aircraft that is on arrival. You know what I'm going to do? Hang tight, folks. I'm just going to move the camera just a tad forward. So it might be a little bit of wobble. My apologies for that. But I want to kind of get away from...
Continue inbound on the Blake arrival.
That's
report
better.
2 miles west.
Okay, we'll report 2 miles west, 6-1 Foxtrot.
And it appears that our hotspot is very much heat sensitive. And that might have been causing the issues earlier. I'm not really sure. Doesn't matter. We're here. It's a gorgeous day here in Seattle. 70 degrees. North flow, which is perfect here at Boeing Field because we get to see the aircraft a couple of times as they taxi down to the departure end of the runway. And we also get a chance to see them take off. And they usually rotate either right in front of us or just slightly down the runway. A little touchdown there.
for Yankee Papa, your choice. You can take the right Alpha 5 or Alpha
So we have an interesting little,
right. Contact ground
I wouldn't say
point
it's
9.
an issue, but we have a little something going on here. See, we got some construction going on along taxiway Bravo. That means that any departing aircraft that need to taxi along taxiway Bravo, which is essentially every single Boeing test or delivery aircraft coming out of the north end of the field, they have to go around this stuff. So they actually have to go onto the runway briefly and go from Bravo 7 to Bravo 5. And so, yeah, we will catch them kind of doing their little zigzag turns as they come by. And then, obviously, they're going to park or pass right in front of us. So, as promised, here's some, like I said, some corporate jet activity on the field. Gulfstream, nice. Across the way is Modern Aviation. That's one of the fixed base of operations, FBO, on the field. We have, let's see, what's got going on today? It's kind of, all the freighters are gone. You can see the only thing that's left is, of course, off in the distance there is MD-11. And that's not moving right now. So I don't know if you guys saw the reports, the NTSB reports on that UPS MD-11 crash back last year, but really interesting stuff. Definitely, if you have an opportunity to go view any one of the you've got, of course, you got Captain Steve, right, and a number of other people, aviation analysts that have been talking about this, and it's interesting for sure to see how things were maintained, or in this case, not.
Joker 56, Boeing Tower, good afternoon, winds variable 5, runway 32 left, clear to land.
Runway 32 left and going to modern Joker 56.
Something I've noticed about the aircraft that, like the 737 MAX, is that when they're taking off out of here, they are, for lack of a better term, they are quiet. All right, we have another. Oh, here's our Gulfstream taking the active.
Number
61 Foxtrot, 2 miles east.
Number 61 Foxtrot, thank you. Join the downwind. Keep your downwind at 700 feet over the river, please, and extend downwind.
Okay, 700, extend downwind, 61 Foxtrot.
What's going on with our 737s? Doesn't look like a whole lot.
Golf, thanks again for the patience. Contact shuttle depart. You have a safe.
I hear we've got some activity now at the end of the runway, or there should be. Yep, they're taking the active right now. So this is 737 MAX 10 that's taking the active right now. And this will be the first of 2 737 departures. 737 MAX departures. Very interesting. The signage on the Caribbean said 737-8. No hint of MAX there at all. I wonder why that is. Probably nothing, but maybe that's what they opted to go with. All right. There goes our MAX 10. You can see that this is in the Boeing livery. It's still a test aircraft.
820 Kilo Echo, Roger, you understand you're headed for Renton?
Going to Boeing Field, arrival.
820 Kilo Echo, Roger, fly the Cougar arrival, and report Stewart Park, please.
Yeah.
These aircraft, the 737 MAX series, is, when I say quiet, I mean it's all relative, right? It's a ridiculously quiet aircraft. I
Boeing 101 experimental, thanks again for the patience.
I don't understand really all the technology that went into the development of that engine, but it is very quiet. I can have a conversation with one of those taking off. As a matter of fact, the 777X, which we may or may not catch today, I'm not really sure if they're already out of here. That one's super quiet too. That thing has the world's biggest engines. So they did an amazing job, I guess, with all the people complaining about aircraft noise around their airports. They decided that they were gonna figure out a way to make those things more, I don't know, air noise or air pollution, noise pollution. That's it, noise pollution friendly. All right, with the Caribbean flight, we're just waiting for them to take the active. Down there at the end of runway 32 left, we do have an aircraft on arrival for 32 left right now. Tiny little guy.
Number 0 Kilo Echo, that traffic's now moved to your 1 o'clock, 1 mile. There'll be no factor.
All right, there. My screen that I'm watching this on is so small that this is like, this plane is like maybe 10 pixels wide. I'm sure it's more than that, but it's really hard to see. You gotta have great vision.
Major 706, turn left Bravo 7, contact ground point 9, have a great day.
Left Bravo 7. Bravo 7, right inside.
That's Bravo 8. Okay, well, whatever. Oh, there's our Caribbean flight.
Caribbean 7378, winds 2905, runway 32, left, clear for take.
All right, Caribbean. Headed to Port of Spain. It's kind of funny, the airport code is synonymous with
901 uniform traffic
POS
over
is
the east
often
side
referred to as
520
something
southbound
else in
for
the
Bellevue
United States.
1500 Cessna.
Trust me, this is not a POS area.
Hello, uniform, I have the traffic system.
901 uniform, thanks. Pass north of that traffic, please.
All right.
This is 0 Kilo Echo, traffic ahead and to your right about 1.5 miles northwest, correction, northeastbound, 1400 Cessna. They're going to pass north of you.
There they go.
Thanks, I'm looking at just drop.
See you later. Enjoy the flight.
Well, correction, wind for a full stop.
Just verify that was 708.
From Mariner Sky 708.
Mariner Sky 708, make the left turn, right base 32.
They are
right,
on their way.
Runway 32 right, clear to land.
Roger, we'll make a left turn for right base.
Let's see what else we got on, or coming up on the docket here, shall we?
Caribbean 7378, contact Seattle departure. You have a safe flight, great day.
Roger, thank you. Good day,
Let's
Caribbean
take a
7378.
look. Okay, so here's our flight that just took off.
Number 0 Kilo Echo, where were you parking today?
And let's see what we see. We've got, so there's the flight here. Let's take a look at the airport.
And over the north tip of Vashon, looking inbound, was that 03 Yankee?
Okay, so from a departure standpoint,
03 Yankee, thanks for the help. You can
we
continue
do
inbound on the arrival
have,
report to west.
Kenmore Air, a few other
Inbound
ones.
on the arrival, and what was the reporting point? 03 Yankee?
Yep,
2
that's
miles west,
that flight.
Miles west,
It's,
03 Yankee.
well, it'll take a little while to get to you, but
thanks
yep.
for the patience. Caution, wait for the 73 ahead. Runway 32 left, out
Okay,
base,
so
clear for
Boeing
takeoff.
701 that just took off is headed out to Moses Lake. Why they have it set to return at 12:22, which is less than an hour away, I don't understand. I don't think that's happening. That's typical for Boeing, or the way these flights to be. So Boeing 101, which is on its way out to Moses Lake. So MWH Mike Whiskey Hotel is a test area for Boeing. They can get out there and do various things without having to deal with traffic here at Boeing Field in the Seattle Class Bravo airspace. So they get out of there. It's a high desert in central Washington. See, this This is louder than, right? I didn't have to raise my voice before. This gives you a sense. I mean, go back and take a look at the 737 that just took off, and then right now compare it to the sound of the engines. It's nuts. It's night and day difference. Night and day. We do. I spy a guy in the 422 or no 44 Robinson 44. Not sure if they're going anywhere, but if they do, we'll get a front row seat. That'll be cool. Definitely looks like he's pre-flighting though. All right. Get back up over here.
You're falling short.
Let's take a look. What we see. Yeah, we got UPS flights and whatnot coming in, but I do not believe we're going to be no, we're not hanging around. That's 757. You know, I'll catch them other times, but yeah, just looking at the map here and seeing what we see. You know, Boeing Field's kind of one of those places, and I say this almost every time I stream from here. It's one of those places where you catch a few gems and then your day is done. It's not like sitting at a major international airport.
Challenger 4 Sierra Golf, thanks for the patience. Caution wake from the G5 ahead, runway 32 left, Alpha 8, clear for takeoff. Traffic short final for the parallel runway Cessna.
2 left, Alpha 8, clear for takeoff, 604.
Okay, so this is our guy over here that's departing at Alpha 8, runway 32 left. You can see there's, I try and zoom out a little bit here. I don't want to miss too much, but there's a Cessna landing right over, you can see it right there, landing right over on the parallel runway. So this Challenger is going to be departing on the left side, and the Cessna is departing, or arriving on the right side. Right on. Well, that certainly sounds like they started an engine, and I believe... There we go. Front row seats. So it's kind of interesting how they do things here. They will taxi out to the taxiway, and then they'll usually depart from the taxiway.
Base tight, and runway 32 left, clear to land. 32 left, clear to land, 038.
So I don't see any aircraft, Boeing aircraft coming in anytime soon, so we may just keep this a short one, you know? I'm okay with that. I hope you're okay with that. There's plenty of aviation around the world that's being streamed, so but I just want to show you guys some of the highlights here. I want to thank you for joining the stream, though, because you know, anytime people watch, YouTube sees that, and that's always very useful to growing our tiny little channel of whatever we're at right now, 180-something subscribers. So we've got, actually, I have already made plans for where I plan to be in, planned twice, in June. And one of them is going to be super exciting, and even the other one is going to be, like, I mean, filled with heavies. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm not going to disclose the locations just in case things go sideways on me. But just keep an eye out. If you're subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell so that you get notified when I post upcoming streams. Some of these are like this, where I'll just do it day of or night before I'll post that we're going live, and there's other times where it'll be, you know, planned out. Just really depends. It's kind of like being a Boeing Field. You just never know what's going to happen here. I didn't know those two Boeing. I didn't know the Caribbean jet was departing. The only thing I knew was the Southwest flight was departing. So, all right, we got our 182 that was making our wind noise earlier. They just came back. This guy's parked 10 feet from me. Get back to the R-44. hopefully you see for those of you who watch the prior streams, you're not hearing as much echo or any echo with the microphones now because I've reconfigured things a little bit. So hopefully my voice is a little clearer and doesn't echo, and the sound from the aircraft is a little bit more directed. And if it's not, if something sounds off, feel free to chat it up in the comment section, or chat, and then if you want to add comments later, that's fine too. I'm sure I'll listen to this later and see what I see or hear what I hear. So you can see that's Boeing Tower off in the distance, and I'm not sure if this R-44 is planning to go somewhere or not, but they certainly look like they are. Up, our 182 is coming back. We'll get him. Skylane is our neighbor.
They're through center line now. Looks like they're still headed northeastbound 1200.
We've got him inside now. Veto package.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Contact departure. Good luck with them today, and have a safe flight. We'll talk on the way home.
Switching down on it. Can we get that?
How close do you think we get to assess now? Here's our wing. I'd say pretty close. All right. I would say that the R-44 is departing. Oh, no. That definitely does not sound like a departing aircraft now. Go figure. That sound you hear is a Alaska flight that's passing overhead. Oh, nope, they got it. They're still going. All right. Clearly, I'm not a rotary pilot. I fixed wing for me. I don't know how they do everything, but there's our 44. So when you're learning how to fly and you're typically in a smaller aircraft, clearly they don't, well, not clear, may not be clear, but they don't have air conditioning. So you rely on the air conditioning coming off at least the air movement coming off the propeller. So you keep the doors open or at least the windows open while you're running up like he's doing right now. So not really sure if they're still planning to depart or not, but regardless, this is how you keep yourself from getting overheated and sweating in a non-moving aircraft. Once you get moving, the airflow, they have air vents and whatnot, but it's still no air conditioning, it's just moving air. And obviously, the higher you get, the cooler the air gets. So it's kind of like air conditioned, but not quite. Mixed with a little avgas fumes. I'm sure it's super healthy. My apologies. The whole rig decided to just turn over and shut everything down. So anyway, we're back. So here, like I said, I'll be back on the iPad in a second. I have it off at the moment. It was really weird. It's like the whole rig just started to lean over. It was like, what's going on here? Felt like I had been drinking all day. All right, there he goes. That was weird.
You can make a left turn past behind that
but
traffic for the
I thought everything went offline, and no, it didn't. It was just we switched. I must have hit a button on the camera switcher, and it switched to a camera that was not active. So anyway, we're back. Thanks for your patience.